Brassington Community Heating was set up primarily by myself because we were trying to find a way of reducing people's costs to heat their houses, provide hot water. And we were also very conscious of the fact that burning oil, which most of the villagers do to heat their houses, is a major source of global warming and pollution, and this will make an enormous difference both in the village and in the wider community in reducing our carbon emissions. I've watched the price of domestic hot water and heating energy increase over recent years, and it's now reached proportions where we need to do something about it.
Yeah.
And I'm aware of what's happening in places like Denmark, where they're many years ahead of us. And the other problem we have is that global warming has suddenly taken the front seat. And one of the main sources of global warming and pollution in the UK is domestic heating. And what I would like to see happen in this village is our own heat network. That is a central source of heating, which would be an air source heat pump situated somewhere down there, I think.
Yeah.
And that would be driven by a wind turbine, so that it would in fact create heat for domestic heating and hot water from an entirely non-polluting system.
And you had a feasibility study done.
We've had a feasibility study done, and that shows it's practical.
Mm-hmm.
We've now got to convert that into something which a reality. We've got to know exactly how much it costs,
Yeah.
how long it'll take to produce, and how we will service the costs through the people to whom we're supplying the heat. So there's a lot of work which needs to be done in the next phase.
Yeah.
To show exactly how we're going to do it. And then when we've done that, we've got to make the whole thing happen. So there's probably a program now, having shown that the feasibility is okay, program to make it work, which will probably last 2, 3, perhaps 4 years.
Yeah.
Before it's actually up and running.
We can't get funding unless you can demonstrate that the community is on board. And of course, in the future, there is going to be no other way for them to heat their homes because, you know, the fossil fuels will be a thing of the past, won't it?
Well, I believe I'm right in saying that it's going to be extremely difficult to get spares
Yeah.
for oil-fired boilers, and maybe the same for LPG, because HMG will be trying to persuade people to go to heat pumps.
Yeah.
So that is the way I'm sure villages like Brassington are going to have to go. So I think I would rather see us as a village leading than following.
Yes.
Though I'm sure that as far as Derbyshire Dales are concerned, they're watching the progress of this programme with interest,
Mm-hmm.
because they see it as being something that they can read across to other villages in the Derbyshire Dales area.